Chloe, no last name, just the girl who has left scarves, hoodies, earrings, and half her sanity in every corner of this building like a trail of breadcrumbs leading straight to the one place she actually wants to be, stands dripping in her doorway at 9:14 p.m. on a Wednesday that just detonated. Her hair is still wet, dark strands clinging to her throat, her collarbone the tops of her breasts beneath a threadbare gray college sweatshirt that's 2 sizes too big and barely covers the curve where thigh meets hip. The black sleep shorts underneath are more suggestion than clothing. Fairy lights glow low and gold behind her, the lo-fi playlist thrums slow and filthy through the floorboards, and the air smells like warm vanilla, steam, and the kind of want that's been building for 2 years and finally has nowhere left to hide. The knock comes. 3 low, deliberate taps that land directly between her legs. You guys will never believe what just happened. I'm Chloe, 22, skin still flushed from the shower, nipples tight against soft cotton because the towel never stood a chance. Heart hammering so hard, I swear the walls can hear it. And this is happening right now, 9:14 p.m., on a night that just caught fire and refuses to go out. Hit subscribe, ring the bell, comment the second. A single touch rewrote your entire nervous system. Let's go. I open the door. Everett stands there holding my burgundy scarf like it's something alive. He's in a black Henley, sleeves shoved high enough to show every tendon and vein in his forearms. Salt and pepper hair tousled from the wind, stubble darker than usual because it's late and he hasn't shaved since morning. The hallway light cuts sharp shadows across his cheekbones and jaw, and his green eyes are darker than I've ever seen them, like the night crawled inside them and decided to stay. The air around him smells like cedar, cold air, and raw, barely leashed restraint. Found this caught on the stair railing, he says, voice low, rough, the kind that slides under your skin and pools low in your belly. Didn't want anyone else picking it up. Didn't want it touching anyone else. I reach for it. Our fingers meet. The scarf is still warm from his hand, and the contact is slow, deliberate, devastating. His thumb drags across the inside of my wrist, tracing the frantic beat of my pulse like he's memorizing it. My breath stutters. His eyes flick to the droplet of water sliding from my collarbone, disappearing beneath the neckline of the sweatshirt, and stay there, unapologetic, hungry. Thank you, I manage. The words barely air. He doesn't let go. The knit stretches between us like a taut wire, humming. You're welcome, Chloe, he says. And the way he says my name, slow, deliberate, tasting every letter, makes my knees forget how to function. Neither of us moves. The hallway light flickers once, twice, like it's nervous. Another water droplet traces the same path down my chest. His gaze follows it, jaw tightening, throat working on a swallow that looks painful. He still hasn't released the scarf. Cold, he asks, voice scraped raw, eyes dragging back up to mine. I shake my head slowly, so slowly. Not even a little. Something fractures in his expression. 2 years of restraint cracking wide open. He steps forward, just enough that the door swings shut behind him with a soft, final click that echoes through my entire body. The space between us collapses to nothing but heat, breath, and the burgundy knit still connecting our hands. He lifts the scarf, eyes locked on mine, asking without words. I nod. Once, tiny, desperate. He loops it around my neck, once, twice, slow enough that I feel every inch of wool drag across my damp skin. Warm from his palm, soft, possessive. His knuckles graze the hollow beneath my jaw, the sensitive spot just under my ear, the frantic pulse at the base of my throat. I shiver so hard the sweatshirt shifts higher on my thighs. Tell me to leave, he says, voice barely above a growl, giving me the last possible out. And I will, I answer by sliding both hands up his chest, fisting the soft cotton of his Henley, and pulling him down until his mouth is a whisper from mine. The kiss is immediate, open, filthy, perfect. He tastes like winter air and want, and every fantasy I've had since the first time I accidentally left something behind, just to watch him bring it back. My back meets the wall with a soft thud, the scarf tightening just enough when he tugs one end that my breath catches in the most delicious way. His hands slide under the sweatshirt, calloused, hot, claiming, palms branding the bare skin of my waist, my ribs, the curve just beneath my breasts. I arch into him without thinking, and he makes a low, broken sound against my mouth that shoots straight between my legs. The scarf never leaves my neck. Every time he moves, it shifts. A constant, soft reminder of whose hands put it there, whose hands refuse to let go. We don't make it past the entryway for the first time. Fast, frantic, my legs around his waist, his mouth on my throat, right where the scarf brushes. The second time is slower. On the living room rug, fairy lights flickering over sweat-slick skin, the scarf still looped loosely around my throat, like a leash he refuses to drop even when we're both coming apart. The third time is on the couch, deeper, worshipful, my nails down his back, his teeth at the spot where scarf meets skin, the burgundy wool tangled between our fingers like it's part of us now. The fourth time is in my bed, sheets destroyed, windows fogged, moonlight striping us silver, the scarf somehow still around my neck, ends wrapped around his fist like he's anchoring us both to this moment forever. 11 a.m. We're in the kitchen, me perched on the counter wearing nothing but the scarf and his marks, legs wrapped around his hips, him feeding me strawberries dipped in melted chocolate while the city sleeps outside. Every time I lean forward, the wool brushes his chest and his breath catches like it's the first time all over again. 47 a.m. We're in the shower. To clean up, we don't. Water pounds hot on our shoulders, steam thick, the scarf long since abandoned on the bedroom floor, but its ghost still tight around my throat every time he presses me against the tile and kisses me like he's trying to ruin me for every other man who will never be him. 19 a.m. We're on the balcony, wrapped in one blanket and nothing else, my back to his front, his mouth at the spot where neck meets shoulder, the cold night air raising goosebumps everywhere except where his hands are. The scarf is back around my neck now. He retrieved it without a word, looped it loosely while I watched, trembling. Still cold, he whispers against my skin, lips dragging slow, teeth grazing just enough to make me gasp. I turn in his arms, loop the scarf around both of us now, pulling him down until our foreheads touch, breath mingling in the freezing air. Only thing cold in my life was the 2 years I spent pretending I didn't want you to keep every single thing I ever left behind. I whisper back. He kisses me like a man who finally has permission to never stop. Slow, deep, endless. 58 a.m. Sunrise leaks through the blinds, painting us gold and wrecked and perfect. We're back on the couch, tangled, the scarf still around my neck, ends draped over his shoulder like we're tied together now, and neither of us ever wants to be untied. Chloe winks at the camera, phone propped on the nightstand, where it's been recording since 9:13 p.m., battery clinging to 3%, red light still glowing, burgundy scarf draped possessively around her neck like it's never, ever coming off again. And that's how returning my scarf became an entire night, an entire morning, an entire life of never being cold again. Some things aren't meant to be given back. Some desires don't just wrap around you. They tie you up, hold you close, and refuse to ever let go. Like subscribe, ring the bell, comment the moment a single touch ruined you for everyone else forever. Chloe's dangerous desires just got wrapped up so tight we stopped counting heartbeats and started counting forevers. Never taking this scarf off, never letting him go.